Hello, everybody. My name is Kogad, and we're back for some Coal LLC. It's been a while since we played, and today we are going to try the waterbender. You can use water and poison and axes. They start with the shoddy axe. I'm hoping they can also use employees. So we're just gonna go. We're just gonna go standard. So, Waterbender does get employees for equipment. They get the guns and the wands and axes, and that's it. Right? No gold to start. Start day one. I don't think I've used the axe before, but it is. It does kind of a spinning effect. It's on fire when it's at its max speed. So this should be interesting. But it's going to be nice because the last, I think, 2 runs of this we did, we couldn't do employees for anything. So it would be nice to have people again. And if this is your first time catching the video or hitting the channel, feel free and drop a like or a comment. I would appreciate it. Channel's still kind of new, still kind of learning how to do things, so any extra attention I get is helpful, and I'd appreciate it. But other than that, it's been a while, so we're back. Let's see how we do. Just trying to get something rolling here. Try not to kill our steps. We don't have any money for ladders or anything yet, so we don't want to kill our way back up. 20 seconds. Get a little here at the end, but this should end day one. End day. All right, day one, we get 837 gold. So that would let us get 1 intern, which not really worth it just yet. We are going to want some platforms. 10 should be fine. And then, see, we can upgrade our axe. Or go for a poison gun. I think for now, we're going to stick to axes. And can't afford any bonuses. So, day 2. That's interesting. It kind of started off with a big hole right here at the beginning. All right. We're just going to go to the side here. Head for that chest. We got a 80 coal quota for the day, which should not be too hard. It's actually kind of perfect for a chest because you're hitting all the blocks at once. And nothing great, so we'll just do sprint speed. We're gonna have plenty of coal for the quota. We'll just go for some copper and some iron to finish it out. Go turn it. All right, that's our quota, so we can go for whatever. So it's been a while since I've played this. I've been playing some other stuff. I started Mugenics. Need to look back at Hightail some more. Who's playing what on your end of things these days? Even the looter shooters. If you're watching, are you playing more casual games like this? Pick your poison. What are you doing? I've been tending towards casual games recently, just because I got the kids. It's hard to do anything competitive on a schedule. If we get back. Nope. Ooh, I think it technically counted. Okay. All right. So we got some axes. 1400. Let's see. Definitely want to add time. And I don't want to get anything until I get a first collector for that. That's 1,500 total. So I think we might just be here another day. And we're going to do inventory slots and go day 3. First day is going to be a little on the boring side, but that's fine. We're going to go sideways. A lot of chests over here. That's fine. Checking how much space we got. Still plenty. Sneak under here. Maybe there's a closer chest. There are some gems. That'll be nice. Check the quest lady. Do that now. Wow, we're doing all right. Quests, get rewards, sapphires. Alright, got her started. 30 emeralds, which we got the quest started, but you never really get it done on your first day or two. But we already got our quota, so that's good. Some copper, go for some. Let's get this early chest. See what we find. Check a golden variety. That was a good chunk. The sound levels are off. I do apologize. OBS updated and cleared some of my settings on me. So if you've seen any of that, just leave a note and I'll try to adjust it for next time if I don't catch it on the recording. Right. We got a few seconds left. Down this way. I haven't seen any updates to this game in some time, so I'm wondering if they're kind of just done with it. It's in a good spot, so if they decide to leave it where it's at, it's not a bad thing. And oddly enough, it is still my game that I get the most impressions on. So I thought I'd give it another shot, even though it's been a couple of weeks. But if you're playing this game still, what are you shooting for? Are you doing any of the little bonuses, the quests? What are you working on? 2,400. So that's going to get our first collector. 1,500. Get the collector whistle or the next level axe. I think we're going to get the next axe. A couple extra platforms. We get the poison gun, but I think the axes are doing better for now, so I think we're good there. And can't afford any upgrades. Let's get rolling. Day 4. New axe is definitely very nice. I think next level I might go for one of the infinity ladders or whatever it's called if I can. Just so I can dig straight down. Try to work in the stone area. I think with this axe we can be down here. Just a matter of can we get back up to drop stuff off? That's the question. I bet we're going to struggle. We're still a little slow here in the stone, so we might need one more axe upgrade before we really get rolling. I'm going to go see how hard it is to get back up to turn in. Alright, so we got a bit of a path up. So it's doable. I'm going to give her the emerald. No, I want the money. I was going to give her the emeralds, but we still need it. So we're going to head back down. Gems, we already hit our quota. Let our collector friend deal with the quota if we can. Just focus on money. This is gonna be way more than that guy can collect. That's for sure. Kill my way back up if I can. Collector is pretty slow. Got a lot on us. There we go. There we go. I'm just gonna go for whatever. That quota really fast. Already 900 on just coal, so pretty easy there. That's gonna be about time. Say the last two runs of this we did both didn't have the ability for collectors or miners, and it's fun for like one run or two, but I kind of like having all of them running around like crazy. But that's just me, although I'm sure most people would agree. All right, what do we want? Want to add time? Do we want to add an extra collector? Maybe we'll get one more collector. One more time. All right. Quota is 580. Should have bought more ramps, but I didn't, so oops. Every time I start the day, as soon as I start the day, I'm like, hey, next day, I'm going to get a ladder. Oh, I'm going to get this. And then I don't. That's just how my brain works. I got great ideas early on in the day until it's time to go back. And then, nope. Big old poison. I could use some chests with some jump assist. See if I can get back up. They're not going to go fast enough to get the quota. And that's the downside of when you're like, hey, I'm going to do this thing that's going to help me get back up. And then you forget to do it. All right, there's quota. We've got a lot here on the ground still, thanks to giant poison. Make some trips. way faster than our little line buddies are gonna. They're not that fast. It is nice, though, that every time you get the upgraded level of one of those, when you go from the 1,000 to the 10,000, you can definitely feel it. You're like, oh, yeah, those guys, they're faster, they carry more. It's noticeable. Collector speed, jump velocity. We still need some jump help. It's one of those fun days where you get a gold weapon early in the day, and you spend most of the day just running back to the depot. Because you don't have enough collectors, or they're not fast enough yet. And you need that money. We do have the extended day, at least. And we got Tabitha's 30 emeralds. We got to remember to go talk to her first. Let's go do that before we hit the daytime. Or end of day. Friend, be ready tomorrow. And she needs 40 amethyst next. We had some down there, but I don't think 40. We immediately filled up on coal, which we don't need. Coal. Too difficult. Right back. 7 amethyst. We'll drop that off. Got the time, and we have a similar day tomorrow. We kind of chunk away at the vacuum requirements to get it lower. We're already well over a quota, so that's not an issue. Let's check. That was pretty tough. Pretty tough. Don't waste time on that one. I got a pocket full of coal. We're just gonna end the day here. I don't have the whistle to bring them back, and there's not that much on the ground. We're just gonna end. 3,500 just in coal, not bad. 10 grand and a new skin. But I'm assuming that's a shirtless skin, because if not, that's scary. All right, so we got 10 grand. We want to do any equipment, or do we want to do stack sizes? The first thing I'm going to do is buy some platforms, like I was saying. An infinity ladder. Just one should be fine. Go from our 100 damage axe to 500. Let's do that. And that doesn't leave us money for anything else. And we can get another collector. Let's do that. Day 6. And we're going to take our vacuum. And we're going to go straight down. Alright, early vacuum is right here at the top of the coal, or top of the stone layer. It's not a bad spot. Collector speed. We're gonna hit our quota. Let's focus on that. Should be pretty easy because we got the vacuum right here. down to the amethyst down here. That was 9 amethyst. Drop our ladder. Go turn those 9 in. So we're already at our quota. Inch towards vacuum progress. Just shy halfway there. Rest off and fall down. One difficult thing with the axes is the wind-up time. Is if you forget that you're supposed to be focusing on stuff, like some people might be doing, you know, it takes a sec to wind up to full speed, full damage. Okay, they're gonna have plenty of stuff to do now. If we can grab those amethysts, hopefully. There we go. Alright. Miner speed. We'll hopefully get some of those guys soon. And axe damage is nice for right now. Give ourselves some platforms to get back up. Not for 3 though. If we can get a few more amethyst. And if not, we'll just sell them. Remember that I do have the vacuum down when I go in for the end of the day to turn this stuff in. Silver, let's knock that loose in case any of those guys want to come get it. I think silver is the most valuable item in this tier of materials. Go back up and turn the little bit in I got. We're already at quota. Still use some movement speed, still use some vector speed. Really no upgrade I would turn down at this point. Gotta remember, things play a little different when you're allowed to have collectors and miners and stuff again. Towards the end of the game, everything focuses more on them, so. Some rubies, that'll be worth some money. But it will not be bad to get when the time comes. Getting close to the end of the day, so I think I'm just gonna sell all this for the money. Keep going. I was asking earlier if you're playing this game specifically, you know, if you're going for achievements or anything like that, or what's your preferred playstyle? Do you like the ones where you do everything yourself, or do you like having the miners and the collectors? Because it's kind of one or the other. You get to a point where either you're scaling so fast, or they're scaling so fast. So some of those modes kind of pick that for you, but other times it's kind of your decision. So I don't know. 12 grand. So we can get a miner, an elementalist. Let's see. Or I think we could get 1 senior collector. That would leave us 2,500. Would be just enough for 1 regular guy. Right, 1 miner. Let's do that. $5, which is enough for some platforms. Not a ladder. Oop. Oh well. Buy what we can of these then. Alright. It's rolling and down. Here. Try to set up our way out. Should be enough. That one upgraded collector should be enough, at least for the coal quota, that I don't need to go back. Ruby's there. Was, but I didn't pick it up. I think it was amethysts. Would like to get the next. Yeah, that guy's not doing so hot. Let's focus on our quota. Quota shouldn't be a problem once we do a couple exchanges ourselves. Plenty of it right here. Alright, that's our quota. We can work on these chests. Minor damage or collector speed. We'll do one for minor damage. Back into this guy. Nice pickaxe. Couple amethysts. But that royally screwed our path back up. Let's see if we can get back up and turn in the amethyst we got. Can. One thing, I guess it does help with the difficulty of the game, but I wish it would be nice if you had a quest available, if you could just turn stuff into the vacuum. Would be nice. Alright, that'll help for the vacuum. Capacity, and head back down. Big shower, copper there. The thing with the axe is, if you're trying not to break blocks, you got to kind of aim away from all the ones you're jumping on, or you lose your footing. I think I'm gonna just make a big hole right here and hope those guys can run off with all this stuff. Try to leave a section back for me to get up, but it's not totally necessary. Rubies that they could have taken with them. Yep. Worth a lot, so I want to try to turn them in if I could stop breaking my jump spots. Nearly falling. seconds. Well over our quota, so no problem there. Done some good turn-ins, so not gonna have any problems for the day. If we can get anything final here towards the end. Nice pile of emeralds right here. There we go. See if we can get it turned in. 5. Bad jumping skills. Alright, how'd we do? $14,000. Alright, so this time we buy our ladder, buy a jetpack, then better, oh, we can't do better collector. So can do get a couple of guys. No other bonuses. And I'll get a collector's whistle as well. And then we're going to start day 8. We're going to have 2,200 coal. Get the upgraded vacuum. So that should take us down to the stone, alright. Try and bring these guys down. They're at the stone level. Going to get the next vacuum upgrade for a bit. We don't have to worry about that. We'll get rubies out of chests for right now. Collector speed still. Already halfway to our quota. So on that. Go. That'll do all right. All this down. Now we can just run back and forth to this. And I still have my infinity ladder that I don't remember where the top is, so I'm just going to focus on money for the time being. Plenty. Really nice reward. Our little miner friends up there are dropping some stuff down, so that's good to see. Up and go. Get that chest, if we can. More rubies. We're well over quota, so now it's just money time. Stuff loose to run down to the chest if we can, or the vacuum. One of our little guys made it all the way down here. That's funny. He's not very effective. Imagine our silver axe is not good at these blocks. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's doing much. Still good in the stone area, though. Filter would be nice at this point. More employees. Extra guys, all that stuff. And we're the waterbender class, but haven't really done much with water yet. So we'll have to try to focus on that here in a second, once we kind of get past the basics. The survival basics. Doing some work up there. He's doing poison and water. The elementalist. That's nice. I think we got time to get this chest. Come in. There we go. We're going to do sprint speed for us. We'll turn into our vacuum. Should have a much more profitable day today. Let's see what we got. So 14K just in coal alone. 47. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right. Let's see. Bonuses. White. Well, the main thing is that he can do the water staff and the poison staffs, but they're both so expensive to start. Do we want to upgrade our axe? Poison gun. Do axe. Then another collector. Barbarian. And some collectors. I think that'll be at our right spot. Still got our infinite ladder. Got our upgraded axe, so we're going 500 to 1500. Still not a big jump. So we got 3000 coal to do. Let's see how it rolls. Put up a new axe, get it spinning. Keep these guys together if I can. Fine to stay up there in the stone, because they're still not that effective. We did get the one guy that's a little stronger. Alright, axe damage, poison damage. Still axe damage for the time being. Do your speed. Help them move around a little more. Crack this chest and then test out the blue area and see how we do. Oh, okay, never mind. Just this. That's all we need. Plenty of work for the collectors. Alright. Collector speed, definitely. Especially right now with all that to go. I have plenty to do for the day. Gun. Do more axe damage. Don't go too far to the side, or it's going to make it too hard for everybody. We can do some stuff with the blue, it looks like. And that guy dropping some poison does help. Low on the chest blocks in the blue. Of course, the first one to break is the corner blocks that don't help us get to the chest. We're already at quota, so we got a sec. And he's helping. Come on. Thought we had it. There we go, some diamonds. That should help. How much stuff left on the ground over here? Too much, so they've been doing alright. So we're kind of at that middle stage now where collectors aren't quite, or our miners aren't quite taken off yet, but we're starting to get down in the blue. Feel like the blue on is where things start to scale a little better. Dirt and stone areas, you feel like you're kind of just barely getting by. Then you kind of are, once you start outscaling the quota, you know, goal it's going to be 6,000 next time, but that won't be too hard once we upgrade another collector and get better miners. And once you get the filter, where you're not picking up coal and only running stuff back that's actually valuable, that makes a big difference as well. Close to the end of the day. I think we'll have a pretty good day since we got good collectors going. Since we knocked all that stuff loose and there's nothing left on the ground, so we're doing it right there. Don't think I'm gonna get down there for that. So there we go. So 15K just in coal, pretty similar to yesterday, but also grand total of 78K. All right. So we got a barbarian. Spent 12K on the elementalist. Question is, where do we want? That is the question. Equipment. Still here at Amethyst. I think I want to do another senior collector. Spread that around a bit. I think we should be good to go. That was some extra guys. No bonuses that we can afford. So day 10 is we're going to have 5,000 coal quota. Don't think that's going to be a problem. Let's make a little... Get this axe spinning. Send all these guys down. Still not much doing water-related stuff as far as our character goes. These guys are definitely digging a lot faster. That's not going to be a problem. I don't have the whistle, so I can't use any of that stuff. Sprint speed or... still axe damage for the time being. We're gonna drop right there. collector capacity. We're already almost at quota, so not looking too bad. Guys up there doing good. Definitely, if the money works out, the filter in the backpacks will be a good spot. I do like when I get to the point in the game where I can basically hunt chests because the miners and everything are so efficient. So miner damage. Quite there yet, but it's getting close. If you see, I mean, considering how fast we got the quota filled out. This spin in. Keep leaving the... Got a chest over there. 2 chests. Still clearing stone really fast. Blue is just okay. Up our jump velocity. Keep rolling. Those guys definitely slowed down a chunk in the blue, but I don't have the whistle to go move them anywhere. Can't, you know, pop back up to the top of the stone and reset them, sadly. But they can break blocks, so they're not totally useless down here. Let's bump some wet damage. We are the waterbender, so we're gonna have to get something doing water. Sprint speed. Capacity. Now there's a whole bunch of stuff on the floor, and we're getting down to where we can effectively manage or do stuff down in the blue area. So might start looking to do rubies for the next turn in soon. Not today. Hoping we're clearing the 100,000-ish, 150-ish for the day when we're done. Should give us a few more options for upgrades and such. End of the day here in a sec. Our minor friends might not be slow, but they are making progress. And it's enough that our collectors can't catch up to what I'm doing and what they're doing. So that means tomorrow is upgrades and more collectors. Do seem like just the one thing that, at least in the mid game, does seem a little more obvious when, or easy to tell kind of what you need is either your miners aren't putting a dent in anything, so obviously you need stronger or more of them, or you got too much stuff on the ground. I was hoping for 100K. All right. Let's take one strong collector. That should be enough for that. And let's increase. Let's do stack size. And we're helping our collectors. just for fun, let's get a water gun so we can start doing our elemental duty as the waterbender. And eventually we'll get to the two staffs, but they're just too expensive right now. So we're going to save. We got. There we go. All right. Day 11, coal quota 8,000. Let's roll. There we go. Drop that off. I'm going to drop the ladder just in case. Just in case we happen to get enough rubies that it's worth running up there. Try and knock all of our friends down into the blue area. Eat them up here. Spray some water, make it easy for them. So I think maybe after today, seeing how when I switch to the water gun, it stops the axe spinning, it might be a sign that we're going to switch to our poison and just alternate between poison and water, because having this stop spinning is no good. No bueno. Yeah. Poison damage. Yeah. So we're going to head that way soon. And clicking on chests also stops my axe from spinning, and I don't like that either. Right, let's do some more water spraying. Start our axe spinning again. Yeah, it's going to be much better to switch between poison and water than water and axe. One ruby piece, so we're probably not hitting that yet. I think that's going to be the name of the game here. Is we're going to be increasing our friends' ability to do stuff because we're going to make everything oh so wet. And then some poison on top of it. Didn't even see what that was. Trying to click. Alright, collector speed, that'd be good. So that knocked a good amount of stuff free. Put our collectors, get them doing something. Total some stuff down. I definitely want the whistle, I think, for those guys, so I can try to centralize them a little more. 20-second warning. About 15 seconds is when I like to blow the whistle for the collectors to send them back up, and at least when they're not super fast. Eventually they get so fast that there's no reason for you even to worry about it. But okay, 44 just in coal. 188. There we go. Now we're talking. All right. So now I'm gonna get to see the poison staff is 300 damage per tick, and the poison gun 4,500. So the guns definitely seem better. I do want to switch to those. We're going to get the poison gun. Move these over. Get the whistle for the miners. Put that over. All right, bonuses. No, I think I want to just focus on... Yeah, let's see. Which one's better? Strong, 30,000. That's going to take all our money if we get this guy. Question is that worth it just yet? Get one of these guys. And another fast collector. I think that's better. All right, let's start day 12. 12,000 coal. Let's see how we do with our poison gun as opposed to our axe. We're gonna get a little slower of a start to get down. I'm gonna just kind of try to rapid change between poison and water. Everybody centralized if I can. Keep running off. Hopefully getting rid of the pickaxe was not a bad idea. Alright, so now we're going to bump our poison damage a bit. Poison, spray my water. Spray my poison, spray my water. Give myself some jumping room. Make it easier to get back up to that. Alright, we already hit our coal quota though, so that's good. I was worried about that. We got the better miner, so I think definitely next one is going to be collectors. Next day. I can already tell we're not collecting fast enough. We're already at 22,000 just for coal alone, so that's pretty good. Definitely need to sink some cash into collectors. Eventually, I do want to get the two staffs just to try them out, but I feel like the guns are more consistent. down to the red, so we're doing pretty good there. Definitely feel like I'm gonna need to move these guys up, though. No, they're not going to do enough for the red yet. Maybe the one super strong guy we got, but not everybody. Those guys over there. Chewing through the blue pretty quick now, so that's good. So this is kind of where you start steamrolling, it feels like. Free up all this stuff. Definitely slacking on the collectors at this point. Alright, employee damage, poison damage. Well, let's help them out. Alright. Miners speed, climb speed, more damage. We're going to be hitting the collectors on the way the next day. We are going to stop at day 15. Day 25 takes too long. Chests are good for chest hunting when you get it. Oh, 335. That's much better. Alright. So, we get one super collector. Let's get the filter and wings for us. Get the poison staff just for fun. And we shouldn't need either of those. And let's see. Focus on collectors. Else, we'll leave that. We got some good bonuses to start now. Got the poison staff, so let's check it out. Day 13, quota 18k. Yeah, we can't get back to our amethyst axe just yet, so let's go. Here's the poison staff. I think this is going to be good for the start of the day. It's a lot easier just holding this down as opposed to spraying back and forth with the one poison. It's only 300 damage, and our poison gun does more. Alright, so collector speed. Spent a lot of money on collectors yesterday, so tomorrow will be weapon upgrades and miner upgrades. So let's spray some stuff down. Spray some poison. See how we do. Poison damage for now. Poison damage does still feel like it's one of the more effective methods of doing anything in the game, at least at end game. And I've used it so many times now that it's hard to say it's not effective. You can just hit two, especially when you have collectors or the instant collection. Just everything. You can just get too large of an area compared to any of the weapon types, it feels like. Even as much as I love the minigun, and I do, but it feels like the poison gun, when I can just strafe back and forth like this, is just way too effective. Did we get the filter? We did. I'm going to turn off everything that's not rubies or above for the time being. It'd be nice if I could carry over my inventory from day to day. I could do stuff like that. Wet damage. But as much as I would like the vacuum upgrades, we're getting to the point where the collector upgrades are just more effective. Diamonds are nice, though. They're cracking into the red. Collectors are fighting me on the rubies. I only got 4 of them. So definitely not enough to help with my quest turn-in, even if I wanted to. Let's do some back and forth. This is helping. Pretty sure the poison gun's better. Maybe that scales with poison damage. I can look at the tooltip when I go back at the end of the day. Definitely, the collectors are holding their weight today. They are earning their paycheck. Miner guy's slacking a little bit. Down. Blow that for those guys. That guy might make it back down again. Alright, end of day 13. How we doing? 137k just in silver. That's pretty good. 680,000. It's a good day. All right. Not spending my money on the hoverboard. Or really anything for me. So we're finally going to get the water staff. Has a radius of 12. So that's better than the water gun. We can ditch that. Doesn't say it does anything for increasing its own damage. So going to take a good chunk of money, but we're going to do it. And we're going to spend the rest on... We're going to get a president miner. And get a few more of these guys. Let's send one of those guys, get another fast guy. Here we go, day 14. Family just came home, so if you hear some noise or if I mute suddenly, that's why. Now I gotta be kind of quiet. Time to eat my mic, basically. Got the upgraded poison gun, so we definitely want to spread that around. And we'll do speed. Next couple days are going to be just trying to scale up our friends. Water staff is definitely better than the gun. Each gun upgrade just upgrades how deep the water goes. And since this is that hits such a wide area, that's actually better than the guns. Unlike the poison one, which is just one level of damage. But the guns, however, they scale as you buy better ones. So definitely focus on that. We're already at 80k just in coal, so we're doing good there. Speed, not the upgrade I like, but still good. None of those are good. So let's spray some stuff. Do a water pass, then we'll do a poison pass on the way back. And I don't mind these guys being spread out just because of the health of the red level. That's a lot harder. Spreading them out doesn't feel so bad. Because really, I've just got that one high-level collector. The other guys are just okay. So what he can do versus what they can do. Maybe wrong. What do I know? What do I know? I'm just some weird old guy. Do we have a 40 rubies? I'm gonna go turn that in. Wherever the top of the map is, I don't know. We'll follow our vacuum. We're well over our quota, so I can take the time to come up here. And we'll turn that in just for fun. There you go. 1 out of 50 diamonds. Go for it. Spray some poison on our way down. So now it begins the back and forth. 194,000 just in coal. That means we can turn our rubies off. Spraying our poison. Still doing good. Just water. Alright, we got just a little bit until the end of the day. Ledge. Fun, fun. 10 seconds. Let's see how we do. Today was just shy of 700,000. And today, what do we got? 1.3 mil. That's how we like it. All right. So I do want to get some of these guys. He's doing 30,000 damage, but he's doing 200. So let's get a couple of these guys just for fun. All right. All that fun. All right, my sun's coming down, so I'm going to mute for the rest of the day, and we'll meet you back at day 15. Alright, if you're still around, everybody went back upstairs so I can talk again. So, doing alright. Well into our progress for the quota. Definitely, waterbender doesn't quite. It needs something more to it than the staffs, or I feel like maybe they don't scale well enough or something. I'm not sure. Feels like from the glass, like the staff is really nice to But if this is the whole theme of the class, is this staff, I feel like it needs a little something more. Maybe if the staff was doing water and poison at the same time, that would be a little more. I like the staffs. It's just if that's the whole class identity, maybe it needs a little more. Just water alone, it's not going to break any blocks, so. Still need some miners, still need some poison. Regardless of how the staff is doing. And today's day 15, so no reason to really collect chests since we're going to stop at day 15. I do still have a couple of classes that I need to do the whole day 25 on, but we're already at 1 hour and 20 minutes for just day 15. So that's more of a, either I do some heavy editing or I do that offline, or non-recording. I'm not sure what's the best yet. But yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's see how the end of day 15 went. Obviously, no reason we thought we were going to lose. 2.5 mil. That's a good ending. And boom, there's our waterbender. Winner, winner. So if you made it this far, my name's been Kogad. Leave a like or a comment, and thanks for hanging out with me. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.